Whether you've been masters before and you're trying to get back, or you've never been masters, this video will help you. The first reason is playing when emotional. There are a few examples of this, but the most obvious one would be playing in anger.
You son of a...
Whether you're angry at your underperforming teammates or angry at the other team for beating you, you can't let your anger get the best of you. There have been many times that I've had below average teammates and after losing immediately re-queue.
You stupid.
Instead of grabbing a drink of water and resetting myself, now I'm already in a frustrated state and not making the right decisions. If you start to flame your teammates or act toxic, it will only decrease your odds of winning because they might stop trying altogether. Another quick example would be playing when sad or lacking confidence. Again, instead of properly resetting yourself, you're playing with this hesitation that will often cost you the game because of those split-second decisions. The second reason is drafting. I've seen lots of players in New Legendary that pick a brawler that's great for the map, but not good against the enemy brawlers. First picking Mortis in Gem Grab is such a crazy decision. On this bounty map, Grom and Mandy are good choices in general. However, the opponents picked Melody and Gray, which are two very aggressive brawlers. Grom and Mandy have no defensive capabilities unless the Mandy is using the slowing gadget. Melody and Gray have dashes, teleports, and wall-breaking pulls to get to Grom and Mandy. Picking a brawler like Piper would have been better because she would have her gadget if the Melody dashes at her or if the Gray teleported, plus she even has her super to escape. She can also open up the map, giving her a significant range advantage against the Melody. If you guys found this video useful, please smash that like button. The third reason is not watching pros play. Watching monthly finals is like watching the playoffs. You're seeing some of the best to ever do it, and you need to study them. Study everything about them, and if you're serious, you could even take notes. See which brawlers they ban on certain maps. Look at what first picks and what counter picks they make. Watch the game and see if the counter picks worked or if last pick countered their comp. You can also watch Worlds, watch the semis, and the finals. Pick up on their positioning, see which brawlers play mid and which ones play side lane. Notice how they're sidestepping, how they're aiming, they're pre-firing, when they take cover. See when they engage and when they retreat to heal and regroup. Watching pros play is like a tutorial on what to do. If you've seen all of that already, you can also click Brawl TV from the drop-down menu. This won't necessarily show you pros, but it will at least show you high trophy gameplay. Sometimes this will show you modes that aren't in ranked and are less useful information. Watching Showdown or 5v5 might be fun, but it won't help you rank up. The fourth reason is not watching your replays. Watching your replays can teach you lots, especially from losses. Similar to watching what pros do well, you need to see what you're doing wrong. Your positioning, your aim. Would you have dodged that Piper bullet if you sidestepped or walked backwards? Whether you win or lose, you should definitely still watch the replays because there's always room for improvement. In that game I mentioned earlier where Grom and Mandy weren't good picks, I still had some moments of stupidity, I won't lie. I shouldn't have ran right at them, I should have retreated as soon as I got hit once. Then I respawn and do it again, going down to the Gus gadget. Luckily, I smarten up after this and start playing better, and by the end of the game, I have the most damage in the game and more takedowns than my two teammates combined. Were my teammates' drafts and performance not very good? Yes. Did I also make mistakes? Yes. It's good to watch replays to catch the mistakes and make sure you don't do them again. I highly recommend it, win or lose, just make sure you check every detail of what you did. It's very important and I don't think very many people do it besides the pros. Lastly, the fifth and final reason why you can't get masters is because you quit. You might have some bad or toxic teammates a couple games in a row and you decide to quit and try again another day. Perhaps if you had collected yourself and then played again, you would have went on a 10-game winning streak. We will never know. I often hear about successful people in any business or industry talking about how they almost gave up, but they persevered a little longer and had their huge break. If they had quit, they wouldn't be rich and would be working a regular job with a regular life. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's not the life that they wanted. Another way to put this, if I said, how likely are you to get Masters or Pro? You would probably say 0% or maybe 5%. What if I said, how likely are you to get masters if your whole family passes away if you don't get it? I bet your answer would be 100% and you'd be constantly studying and practicing instead of scrolling YouTube or TikTok. Your goal didn't change, your reason why changed. Try to have this mentality. I know that may have been a bit of an extreme example, but it was to get the point across and so you understand that it's really all on you to improve yourself. Just to do a quick recap of the 5 reasons why you might not be able to get masters. Number 1 is playing when emotional. You'll usually have worse aim, worse decision making. I recommend avoiding it completely. Number 2 is drafting. I often see people picking a brawler that's great for the map instead of picking a brawler that's great against your opponent's brawlers. Of course, this doesn't apply to first pick, but you understand my point. Number 3 is watching pros play. I know a lot of people complain that they can't do well in ranked, but they also don't watch pros play at all, which is such an important thing to watch. It's like a tutorial on how to play better. Number 4 would be watching your games back, and this applies to wins and losses. You will see lots of things that you've never noticed before about your positioning or your aim or your ammo counting or whatever else it might be. And lastly, people quit. And I'm not saying you should instantly re-queue because that would be playing when emotional, but I'm saying if you quit after one bad game, instead of just resetting yourself and going back in fresh, you might be missing out on wins. You'll never know if you don't play more. And those are the 5 reasons why you might not be masters or pros yet. I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please smash that like button. Let me know in the comments which one you need to improve on or maybe you've been struggling with. Let me know what video you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Trally out.
P.S. Join my Discord if you want to push some ranked and you're in NA. Let's go.